Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 27 of the Doll Symposium. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my beautiful assistant today is the very lovely Makoto from Sailor Moon, Sailor Jupiter. She's been featured lately in the Beyond the Doll episode, but I like her so much, I'm bringing her back again on a more recent episode. I usually try to, do it in some kind of way where I have a different doll every episode until I've done all of them, and then I switch it back up and recycle again. But Jupiter has a special place in my heart, so she gets to go again. So yeah, it is episode 27 today. I want to go over a few things. So first off, today's episode is probably going to be long. I mean, I just started recording it, but there's a lot of information today. So today is like a mega-sized episode. Plus the fact that in addition to Dolphy Dream and Smart Doll News, I have recently added Azone, so that will also make the videos a little bit longer. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. If so, just jump to the parts that you like, whether it's just Smart Doll, then jump towards the end, because Smart Doll is always going to be the last one. Dolphy Dream's always first, and Azone will be in the middle. So yeah, that's how it's going to be. Other updates. There was no episode of Beyond the Doll last week because I was sick. I'm still sick, actually, but I'm much, much better today. For those of you that don't know, I don't know if it's taboo to say this or not, but I did end up getting COVID, which is kind of a bummer. I went 2 years without getting it. I was very careful, very safe, but, it's how it is. Like, no matter how safe I am, over here in the States, the kids... they don't have to wear masks. It's not mandated. Actually, it's not really mandated anywhere. But I wear masks when I go out. My wife wears masks when we go out. The kids wear masks when they go out. But when my kids go to school, because the other kids aren't wearing masks and it's not mandatory, my kids don't wear masks. So my son got it. My son gave it to me, and we're trying to quarantine and not give it to the rest of the family. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. For those of you that had it before, it's absolutely terrible. It's the worst feeling ever. It's like the flu or pneumonia or bronchitis, like all mixed in one, but 10 times worse. If I sound normal now, it's because I'm under 4 different kinds of medication right now. I have hot tea right next to me, and I have a cough drop just in case I need it. It usually gets really bad when I'm talking because it's like inhaling and things coming out at the same time. It's I don't know how to explain it, but it's just worse when I talk. But with the new meds I'm on, it's much better. So that's why there was no episode of Beyond the Doll last week, and I really wanted to get back on the ball. So this week we have the Doll Symposium. I also want to make another announcement. I did post across all my social media platforms that there was no episode of Beyond the Doll last week. There was one post that was a little bit of an incident. I don't want to give light to it because it shouldn't really be a big deal. But I said it before in the post, and I will say it live on my video. I do apologize if it has caused inconvenience, annoyance, upsettance, whatever it did to you, to those of you that were involved, that were upset. I guess the best word is upset by it or put off by it. I do apologize for my post of being sick and there no episode of Beyond the Doll. That wasn't the reason why people got mad, but I'm just saying I want to just apologize for, and I will think twice before doing something similar like that in the future. So I just want to make a record of it that I apologize and I'm sorry. So with all that out of the way, let's get to the actual video, right? So that's like 5 minutes almost of me just talking. So you guys know me. I ramble a lot, and there's going to be a lot more as we go along because I just like to talk. And this is my avenue to talk to my doll family because I don't really get to see you guys in person to talk, really. So Instagram chat, Twitter chat, YouTube chat is the best ways to reach me if you want to talk to me about anything, or my email. But other than that, let's get started with today's episode. So Makoto, like always, is going to go off to her little corner because I cannot hold her while I'm doing this video, and she doesn't come into frame anyways as I'm doing it. Okay, so let's change over to our other screen here. There we go. So, first up is Dolphy Dream, like always. Now, last couple episodes of the Doll Symposium, there wasn't really much on Dolphy Dream, and I said it to you last time, they must have been saving for something big. And boy, were they saving for something big, and it's totally not what I expected it to be. So, let's just dive right into it. There's a lot of news today in Dolphy Dream. So, first up, why won't it change over? There we go. So, Doll's Party, the hometown Dolpa Doll Party, Kyoto 19, is going to be July 31st of 2022. And as you can see from these pictures here, there's quite a bit of announcements. So let's go over some of the announcements right now. First up, there's going to be something called the Volk's 50th Anniversary Commemorative Project. I don't know what this is. As you can see here, it says preparing details. So usually the special site that's up for this particular event has not been released as of yet, so we gotta wait to learn more. If I were to guess, it's probably just a bunch of special little releases, as you can see in the pictures here. Looks like a bear-themed outfit, as well as maybe some other competitions, like a collage competition or something like that, that is going to be happening during this event. But again, we don't have much information on it, as they didn't prepare the site for it yet. The next one is going to be the Tenchi no Sumika Shop Dolpa Limited Shop. Dolpa Venue, actually, Limited Shop. So if you're going to Dolpa, there's going to be some limited items. Again, we don't know what those items are as of yet, as it says here, preparing details. So hopefully in the next Doll Symposium, we'll have more information, because we are getting really close to the date. It's just about a month away. But the biggest news that we want to talk about is the brand new announcement for the Dolphy Dream. This time it's Dolphy Dream's sister. And like I said before, Dolphy Dream's sister is getting a resurgence. A lot of dolls have been coming out on the DDS body as of late. And this one is no different. This is from Konosuba, and her name is Megumin. She is the the crazy, I don't know what you say, Black Knight wizard, the crazy wizard explosion. If you haven't seen the anime, I highly suggest you watch at least season 1. I didn't really care too much for season 2, but season 1 was pretty good. Now, I am wrong, though, about one thing. I have been speculating this whole time that Kaito would be announced, and I'm wrong. He was teased, he was talked about, and yet we still haven't seen him come out. So this means that is one of two things. Kaito is going to be released at Dolpa in December, or at the next Hatsune Miku, during the next Hatsune Miku concert. There's a Vocaloid concert that happens every year, roughly around, I believe it's January or February-ish. So if it's not during then it's the December Dolpa that we may hear about Kaito being released. So we really don't know. We'll just have to wait to find out. But this one, for this Dolpa, the Kyoto Hometown 19, is going to be Megumin. So let's go over some of the details. So this is what she looks like. Couple pictures of her here that I wanted to show. Did I have other pictures? Yes. So let's go over these first. So this is the ones that I wanted to show. This is a full body shot of her. You could see her there with her little hat. Here's a picture of a close-up of her face without the hat. The face is very cute. This is probably used for a lot of different things. There are those in the camp that think that it's blasphemy to clear off her face and do a face up, and then there's others that like to use these custom faces for face up. To each their own. I don't really have an opinion either way. If you want to do it, do it. It's your doll. Do whatever you want. But I don't want to start like people like going crazy in the comment section, but like, no, don't change the face up. She's gonna be rare, just like all dolls. Yeah. Whoever buys her can do whatever they want with her. That's all I'm saying. So she has a very cute face, and her hair kind of reminds me almost like a Chitose type shape. You know, like the little bob here with like the long little, I don't even know what you call those, wings. Or little like sideburn ponytail thingies. I know there's a term for it. I just don't know what it is. But yeah, she's very cute. Some other things here, you could see more pictures of her here sitting down. She comes with a little cat thing. And here is the picture with all the things that come in. And as you can see here on this right-hand side of this picture, she comes with different hand parts. And you can see it here on the left picture too. They show you there are different hand parts that she comes with. So that's pretty interesting in and of itself. Now, she, like I said before, she's going to be on the DDS base body, and she's going to be in the flesh skin tone color. She's going to have a small chest or a small bust, which is anime themed correct, because in the show she seems to be a lot younger than the rest of the cast, almost childlike, but I really think she's probably the same age as all of them, which is probably like late high school year. She's just really small. I don't think she's really a child though, but she kind of looks like it. But it does make sense that she comes with a small bust, because that's the way she's shown in the show. Now, she's going to be released at the Dolpa, so if you do want her, make sure that you contact, well, if you're going to go to the Dolpa, good luck, because as always, it's still, in essence, it's like a click war, but instead there you line up until they're sold out, basically. But if you want to get one from the actual event and you want to get yours sooner than everybody else, then you can contact, third-party proxies like Japan Doll Direct to see if they can get you one ahead of time. But if you're willing to wait, she's going to come up again in the after event, which we'll talk about later. But she's going to be 79,200 yen, which in today's standards, so today's transaction or conversion of yen to USD, that's $587 US. This is a great price. And I've said it many times in my videos before. It's great for us, at least in the States. The conversion rate is much better for us. Normally, something of 79,200 yen would kind of go for like around $650 or maybe a little bit more. Excuse me. Again, my my breathing problems because of this damn sickness. But yeah, it's working out in our favor. This doesn't help the Japanese community at all, obviously, because the value of their yen is kind of tanking right now. But for us in the US, this is a great price for $587 US for anime collaborated doll. Normally they go 600 plus. Normally, at least historically. So this is a great price for an anime collaboration. Let me see. Do I have any more information? No, that's everything I wrote down in my notes. So DDS, flesh colored, $587 US. Again, the conversion rate might be different, could be higher or lower depending on what country you're from. But for the US, that's how much we're getting it for. Now, let's go over some other interesting news for Dolpa Kyoto. Ready for it? Woo! Project Sakai, colorful stage. This is a new Hatsune Miku, I guess you could say outfit collaboration, right? Because it's really just an outfit, but it comes with a little bit more extra stuff than that. So if some of you were thinking that this is going to be another Hatsune Miku doll, which would be the fourth version, right? Because you have the original Hatsune, you have the Snow Hatsune, and you have the Sakura Hatsune. So for those of you that thought this was going to be a fourth version of Hatsune, it's not. It's an outfit collection. So let's get on with it. This is going to be released during the Dolpa Kyoto event on July 31st. Here's another picture of her in the outfit. You could see the whole thing here. She comes with the black sock, all this stuff. Let's move it on some more. So right here, you can see everything that she comes with. So it's going to be the wig. You're going to have like the dress. This is the one sock. For whatever reason, she has one sock. And the eyes. So as you can see in this picture, she does have two different color eyes. So this outfit set will come with the two different color eyes so that you can successfully recreate this look. Now, the other thing I want to say is that on this doll here, the one being modeled, you could tell from the green eyebrows here, this is the original Hatsune Miku doll that they put this outfit and eyes on. It's not to say that you can't do it with the Snow Miku or the Sakura Miku, which have blue and pink eyebrows or makeup respectively, but I'm just saying that the one that they feature or show here is the original Hatsune Miku converted over with this kit. Now, the outfit itself will fit the Dolphy Dream Sister or the regular Dolphy Dream, but only for super small, small, and medium busts. Anything bigger, you can't. For those of you that are familiar with Hatsune Miku, I believe she comes with the small or super small busts for all the dolls. So this is interesting that it can actually go up to a medium-sized bust for this dress, which is pretty cool. Again, it comes with the wig, the hair ribbons, the ribbon ties, the harness belt, the shirt, the skirt, the socks, and the exclusive animatic eyes. Let's see. The price for this now is going to be 20,680 yen, which with the conversion rate of today is $153.38 USD. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it will be released at Hometown Dopa Kyoto 19 event, but it hasn't been mentioned that it's going to be released anywhere else. So I do not know if this outfit set will be releasing during the after event. It most likely might come up again during the Vocaloid concert that comes up in January and February. Because during that time frame when the Vocaloid concert comes up, there's usually some kind of special Hatsune Miku event on Volks, which releases a lot of like the past year's outfits. Usually ones that didn't sell already. So, I mean, if there was a popular one, like the schoolgirl, the Sakura schoolgirl one, that never came back. That one's super popular, and if you can find it nowadays, it's like $300, $400 for that outfit set. That one's really hard to find. But usually if this didn't sell too well and there's extra copies, you'll see it come up again there. But as for the after event, they haven't mentioned anything about this coming back during the after event. But I could be wrong, as we'll talk about when we get to the after event section. But basically that is that in a nutshell. So let's move on to our next information, which is going to be the after event itself. So we have the Hometown Dopa Kyoto 19 after event, which is going to take place roughly a month later, which is going to be on August 20th. Now we don't have any details whatsoever. As you can see here, it's preparing details. We'll probably get more information probably after the actual event of the things that will be available. Now that will definitely include Megumin from Konosuba, because that's always the case. I don't think there's ever been a time where there was a Dolpo released item that did not come out at the after event. Now, whether there's a lot of copies of her available during the after event, I don't know. There's also probably going to be an after event for Volks USA as well, but Volks USA hasn't made any announcements whatsoever, which is normal. They probably won't mention anything till August, to be honest. But the after event will be August 20th, and Megumin will be there, but I don't know about the Hatsune Miku outfit. So we're just going to have to wait and see, as they haven't mentioned anything for it as of yet. I'm sure we'll get more information as time goes by, obviously, and I'll cover it as we get there. Next up is they posted this picture here of Hatsune Miku and Rin. So that means Rin is also going to get a release of this outfit. And they did post right here. A set of Kagamine Rin of Nobody Sekai is also being produced. Please look forward to future announcements. So she's going to get her own outfit. Now this may have its own event, but I kind of doubt it. It's most likely Rin's outfit may be released during the December Dopa or during the Vocaloid concert time in January/February, whenever that's going to be. So do keep an eye out for those of you that do have Kagamine Rin, or if you just want the outfit in general. The outfit will fit any Dolphy Dream, really. That's DD or DDS with the super small to medium bust, which I'm assuming is going to be the same as Hatsune Miku's outfit. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere around the same. But so those of you that are interested in both of these outfits, the first one will be during this next July Dopa, and the next one we don't know yet. I'm estimating December, but who knows. Now also, Volks International website is currently going on right now, the June Bloom 2022 Happiness in Full Bloom feature outfits. Very, very long title. This is actually going on right now. It's actually live on the Volks International website. There isn't really anything new on here per se. It's basically one of those summer collection outfits that Volks like handpicks out of their entire library that's available that they think looks very summery and June bloom-ish. So there's a couple outfits on there. Check out the Volks International website if you're interested in some summery outfits for your girls for this summer. Now the next one is going to be the July New Outfit Collection 2022. And this is going to be on July 2nd of 2022, coming up next week. Now, this is obviously going to be, I believe, Thursday, Japan time, and for us in the eastern seaboard of the United States, ends up being Friday evening. So if you are interested in anything coming out for the new July outfit collection, which is going to be the school uniforms and, sorry, my phone, and a couple new yukatas and some other outfits and accessories. So definitely check this out. I think this is going to be a very popular release, this new July outfit collection. These school uniforms are actually, they come back every single year. And they're almost the same. Like all of them are this light gray with the little white collars. They all have that, but there's slight differences in every year's version. But they all kind of have the same colors. But if you want this version, it's going to be coming out in July. Some other news on the Volks International website. Now, these are new wigs, and they are currently available now, but only for the GL, VS, and VIP members. Most of you watching this video are probably already GL, VS, or VIP member, because in order to pre-order or enter lotteries or do a Click Wars, you have to be a member anyways. If you're new to the hobby, make sure you go to the Volks International website and sign up for a membership. It's really cheap. I think it's like, I can't even remember. I think it's like $5 and it covers you for the whole year. And you have to renew every year. So you can only get access to these two wigs if you're a member. Now the wigs are $50 each, and here's a close-up picture. So you can see here, this is going to be like a brunette with some turquoise like kind of mixed in. And the other one is a brunette with like some pink highlights. I believe this is what it's called, right? Highlights? Ladies, help me out here. I think it's called highlights that's in the hair. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't have any highlights other than my white hair. But I've had white hair since I was in high school, and it just gets worse. Sooner or later, I'm going to look like Steve Martin, just an Asian version. For those of you that don't know, I have just dated myself by saying Steve Martin. But anyways, these are the two new wigs that's currently available on Volks International website right now, but you have to be a GL, VS, or VIP member in order to do so. Next up, the Volks News 96 magazine is now available on the Volks International website. Now, remember that the Volks News 96, this volume here, basically, is going to feature all the outfits that's going to be coming up relatively soon. So I think it covers this summer and this coming fall and maybe December. And then the next Volks News might come out in December, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But it will also, so all those outfits will be in there, so you can see them ahead of time before Volks actually announce it on their websites. Also, like I said, the Megumin is in there, so if you want more detailed pictures, as well as the Hatsune thing, I'm sure that's in there as well, but I don't have the magazine, so I'm just guessing. But I'm assuming those things are in it. It's not available yet on the Volks USA website. But when it does, remember, every time a new Volks News gets released on the Volks USA website, they usually have a free shipping campaign. So this way you just buy it and you don't have to pay shipping, basically. Yeah. Is that everything? Yeah. I believe that's everything. So that's everything for Dolphy Dream News. This week, it was a lot of news this time around. Normally we don't have this much, but there was a lot to cover for Dolphy Dream. So let's move on to our new section, right? Which is going to be Azone International. Now, please bear with me as I am still learning about Azone products. They've been around for a long time. I've known about them for a long time. I've owned an Azone product before, but like I said in the last episode, there are a lot of different product lines within Azone. And I'm still trying to find the best way to cover them all, if that's even possible because there's just so much. So I covered the best that I could for new and upcoming stuff for Azone that I found particularly interesting that might interest you. If I missed anything, put it down in the comment section below. I'll try to see if I can get some of that info for you. But let's get started. So, Azone International. First up, this is Mary Knight. Now, she is going to be released, I believe, what was it? This is the Karafuru Dreaming Mary Knight Our Story. That's like the whole title of this girl. So, she was actually for a reservation. Now, all the things I'm going to talk about in the Azone section today is all going to be the same when it comes to buying, okay? So her reservation period has already started. It started June 17th and it will end on July 11th. So let me give you some more pictures of her. So some close-ups of her. So she's going to be a pre-order from June 17th to July 11th. And then once you pre-order her during that time frame, she will be released on February of 2023 is when you're actually going to receive her, or is when it's actually going to be shipped out to you. So it will take a while for you to get her. She's very lovely, I think. That face is really cool. I like how the wig covers one part of her face. And this little umbrella is super cute. And you can see on the picture here, the really close-up of her face. Super cute. I think she's like super, super cute looking. Am I going to be purchasing her? Probably not. But she is, whether or not I want to buy her, she is absolutely stunning. Let's see. I think I have other pictures here. Oh, no, that's the next one. Sorry. So some more information of her. So this is what I could find out about her. I don't really, like I said, I don't really know too much about her, but she comes on the Pure Nemo 2 Feel S body. Now, this is the silky skin version, and it's a white skin tone color. I'm still trying to get used to the skin tones. There are some really weird wording, and that might be Google Translate's fault. So I did use Google Translate because it doesn't have an English website that I could find. Well, let me take that back. Azone does have an English website, but the one that I found doesn't have really much info on it. It really just tells you the different product lines, but it doesn't tell you any news, like what's coming up, what's pre-order, prices, things like that. You have to actually go to their actual Japanese website in order to do so, and then you have to Google Translate it. So from what I could tell, there's like a white, there's like a pure white, there's like a whitey white. I don't know what that means. But yeah, she's basically going to be a white skin tone. I don't know what that means, but somebody that does know, please put it in the comment section down below. Like I said, I'm still learning a lot of the Azone terminology and body types and all that kind of stuff. But if you're familiar with Pure Nemo, and you watched my Pure Nemo video from like a while ago, it's still roughly the same thing. It's just about 10 inches tall. It's mostly plastic with a soft vinyl head. You can't change the wig. From what I remember, the wig is actually like implanted into the top. But I think I saw it somewhere that the newer Pure Nemo bodies actually have a wig, but I'm not entirely sure. Like the old version had the hair implanted and the eyes were painted on. If you look at this version, it kind of looks like it has an actual eye that you could take out, but I'm not entirely sure. It could just be a really, really fantastic painting job. But like I said, I'm still trying to learn as much as I can about these Azone products, as the last time I bought one was a much older Pure Nemo body type. So the newer ones may be different. I'm still trying to catch up on all the lingo and everything. Now, the thing about purchasing her, okay, her base price is 19,000 yen, but with tax, it's 20,900 yen. And then once you do the conversion, which I should have done, I actually didn't do the conversion for this one. It's probably, let me see, hold on. I'm doing the conversion right now because I have it pulled up on my other monitor. So 2,900, you're looking at $155 for her, which, if I can remember, is about the norm but a little bit higher, because I I remember purchasing mine for $115, so price may have gone up a little bit, or maybe because she comes with more stuff, maybe she costs more. But yeah, definitely. Another thing that's interesting about these Azone dolls is that there is, from what I can tell, there are certain websites like Hobby, LJ, sometimes Ami, that you can actually pre-order the Azone dolls from. Some of them will be available on there, but not all of them. As far as I know, you can't purchase them from the Azone website. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can even purchase these girls directly from the Azone website. Like I said, I could be wrong as well. And then there is another version where they'll have two different versions. There's like a regular version of Azone dolls that gets released for everybody, you know, whether you're in the store or you're buying it online. And then there's ones that are called specifically store direct versions. Now those versions are slightly different from the original. And then sometimes some very special girls are store direct only. What store direct means is that you have to go to the store in Japan and pre-order it directly in the store, and then you pick it up directly in the store. I think they do have options where they can mail it to your home, but only Japanese residents. So that means that the only way you can get your hands on these dolls is by either being in Japan or pre-ordering her from stuff like Hobby Link Japan or Ami, those kind of websites. Or you can go to Fabric and Friends, which is a US-based store in Virginia, I believe. And they have girls that you can pre-order there as well, but they have limited quantities. They don't get a lot of them. And another thing with Azone dolls, with their pre-order period, whatever time frame, it doesn't matter. You can't pre-order any time during that time frame. That time frame is just to tell you that's how long it's open, though. So if they only have 100 of them and they sell out on pre-orders the first day, then it doesn't matter. Like, it automatically closes at that point. So that's another thing that you need to keep your knowledge or eyes on for these girls. So the only other way, again, buy them on the Japanese website, which I'm not entirely sure if you can. Get them on international websites like Ami or Hobby Link Japan, or hire a proxy service like Japan Doll Direct, where they can go to the physical store for you and pick up the dolls. And then lastly, you can try Iris at Fabric and Friends and see if they have any of these girls up for pre-order. I used to think that Volks was very hard to get dolls from, but apparently Azone is much harder. But again, I'm new to Azone, so there may be other avenues to purchase these Azone dolls that I do not know about. And if you know about it, any of you watching here, put it down in the comment section down below, because I got a lot of feedback from last week's video, or 2 weeks ago video, that a lot of you were actually pretty happy that I included Azone. So which leads me to believe you're fans of Azone, or you know a lot about Azone. So maybe you could teach me also if there's any websites or any way to get some of these girls or pre-order these girls. Let me see, any other information? Yeah, I know that was a huge info dump, but I'm still learning. I'm still trying to make sure I get as much info as I can, as best I can for all of you. But that's it for this girl. Now, the next one you kind of got a sneak peek on because I actually went too fast. The next one is going to be this one, which her name is Suzune, okay, Wonder Fräulein. So her full name, let me see here. She is the Mary Knight doll main body. Oh, no, that's not the name. That's the body that she was based off of. But she's the Suzune Wonder Fräulein. Now, I am not really too familiar with this doll. But let me see. Well, I wrote down a whole bunch of notes because, like I said, I'm new to this, so I'm trying to figure everything out. Yeah. Suzune Wonder Fräulein. Yeah, that's definitely her name. Now, the interesting thing with her is that she comes with everything that you see here, and I have another picture of her. Everything that you see here, which is going to be the doll body, the Neko cape, the blouse, ribbon tie, corset skirt, pannier, knee-high socks, and strap shoes, as well as shorts and the cat bag that you can see in this picture here. Now, she is on what's called an AZT8 45 body. Okay, so these codes again are new to me. It's the AZT8 45 body. Now, the 45 stands for 45 centimeters tall, which is roughly like, if you want to compare it, that's kind of like a DDP or a mini Dolphy Dream, somewhere around there. 45 centimeters is probably something like 18 inches, I'm thinking, right? Let me see. Do I have a centimeter thing conversion up? I do. Let me see. 45 centimeters is, yeah, about 18 inches. That was a good guess. So she's about 18 inches tall, which is about 6 inches shorter than a Dolphy Dream, regular Dolphy Dream. And she comes with a magnetic stand. So for those of you that are not familiar with Azone, it doesn't have this for all its dolls, but it's mostly for the bigger dolls. They have magnets in their feet. So what happens is you get like this metal stand, which is basically just a metal disc. It doesn't have like a pole where it connects to the doll's waist or holds it in any type of way. It's literally like a metal disc. And then the feet have magnets in it, and it suctions onto it sticks onto the base, and that's what gives her balance to stand up straight. The problem with that I don't own any of these dolls, so I don't know. But this is my hypothesis, right? I'm worried that the magnets are not strong enough to go through the socks and the shoes to get a good connection with the metal base. Prove me wrong, though. Anyone that owns these dolls that know about Azone, write it down in the comment section down below if it actually goes through the socks, the shoes, and then like if it has heels, that's even further away from the metal base. So how strong are those magnets? And then two, if the knee joints get too loose, then my only concern is if the knee joints get too loose, then it doesn't matter if she sticks to the stand. If the knee joints are loose, she's just going to topple over backwards, right? So that's another concern I have about this whole magnet thing. And I think that if I were to own one, which I'm trying to own one, as I've been saying it for a long time, there's a very specific girl I'm trying to get, and I've been trying for a while now and no luck. But I think when I finally do get my girl, I'm going to get a regular doll stand, like the kind that clasps around the waist, or like a saddle stand, like the Volks version, like the one that Makoto was on. So I'm a little skeptical with that, but she does come with a metal base for that type of thing. Now, she is a small bust, and she is in the skin tone. Now, like I said, it could be a Google Translate thing, but the skin tone is called Super Whitey. Super Whitey. I guess that's true. She kind of does look more of a white skin tone than the last girl, right? Like this one has a little bit more yellow, and she was just called white skin. So for this one to be Super Whitey, now again, that's a Google Translate. It's probably not Super Whitey, but that's what it came out translated to be. She definitely has a much paler skin tone, though. I can definitely say that. Now she's going to be released for what's it called? 58,000 yen with tax. That's 63,800 yen. So let me go back to my conversion. 63,800 yen for today's value. That's $473.20 USD. Now she has her pre-order period, or her reservation period, which is going to be July 2nd. And let me see. I can't even read it anymore. It's so small. It's going to be July. Oh, no. So her version is actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm reading this right, her version is going to be July 2nd for her release. And this is a store direct version, so you can only get her that day. If there are leftovers, I'm sure she's probably just going to be sitting around the store. You could still buy her, but it looks like she's not in a pre-order. She's just going to be released that day at the store. Now, Azone has multiple locations. So, if you don't see her at one store, she might be at another store. Your proxies, if you hire a proxy to get her for you, they already know this to go look at the different Azone stores. But yeah, from what I can tell, she's going to be released July 2nd. So that's like in like about a week and a half. So if you are interested in her, and you're interested in jumping into the Azone market, this is definitely one girl that's coming out fairly soon. Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next one is going to be, let's see here. This one, Biscuitina, I think she's called. So this is Biscuitina. She is a Pico Nemo. So for those of you that are not familiar with Pico Nemo, this is a very, very small, tiny doll. Let me see if I can go to the next picture, because I have bigger ones. So there you go. She's very cute, actually. I've always wanted a Pico Nemo since I've seen it in Japan when I was there. And I had 100% full intentions to buy one. And then I just forgot because I was too busy going to Smart Doll and Volk stuff and seeing the sites that I forgot to go back to Azone to pick one up before I left Japan. But these are essentially really small dolls. They stand at 11 centimeters tall. That doesn't include the head. And that's 4.33 inches. Now, with the head, she's roughly about just over 5 inches tall. I guess when you add the shoes and you add like this little hat, maybe 6 inches tall, like altogether. But she's basically really, really small. She's a tiny doll, and they're super, super cute. These are the accessories that she comes with. You can see in this picture here, she does have different handsets that she comes with. She has her little cookie bag. She comes with underwear here, socks, skirt, underskirt, hat, collar, things of that nature. Now, the information for her, let me see. So I said it's a Pico Nemo P. I don't know what the P means. Maybe petite, but yeah, maybe petite, but Pico Nemo P. Her skin tone is a milky white. And again, this could be a Google Translate thing, but from what it says is milky white. So we had white, we had super whitey, and now we have milky white. I'm not really sure about these skin tones. Again, Google Translate, all right? Now, she is a pre-order. Her pre-order starts on July 1st through July 25th. Again, it's limited quantity, so if she fills up her pre-order requisites by, like, let's say July 10th, then it doesn't matter if it goes out till July 25th. You just can't pre-order her anymore. Now, she will be delivered March 17th of 2023, so that's almost a year away. Now, again, the same rules apply for this girl. She is on the international website or in the stores. It didn't say anything about her being a store direct version, which means you can only get it from the store. So I'm assuming she'll be available on the internet as well. But again, maybe you can find her on Hobby Link Japan or AmiAmi, as sometimes they do carry dolls there. But most likely you may have to get a proxy service like Japan Doll Direct to go and get it for you at the store or on the on their Japanese website. So after doing so much research with Azones, it seems to me that it's much harder to get your hands on them. Again, you can also try Iris at Fabric and Friends, as she is an officially licensed Azone dealer. But from what I noticed on her website, she doesn't carry every single doll available from Azone. So I don't know if she will have this girl available on her site or even for pre-order. But because she is an official dealer, if you do want a doll that's not on her website and you know it's coming up, like either from watching this Doll Symposium or from doing your own research or seeing a Twitter post or whatever, you can always call Iris and see if she can get one for you, because she is an Azone officially licensed dealer, so she may be able to ask for items to be shipped to her store, whether it's on her website or not. It's a possibility. Again, I don't know for sure, but contact Iris at Fabric Friends. She may be able to get them. But if not, you're going to have to go the Japan Doll Direct route. And since the borders of Japan have been opening up for tourists lately, although with certain conditions, if you just so happen to get to Japan, maybe you can pick them up in the store yourself when you're there, obviously. And again, there's multiple Azone stores throughout Japan. So just definitely check which ones you want to go to, because I think I saw... there was like a couple of them. I can't find that post. There was a post, but sorry, I can't find it right now. But yeah, she's cute. And there's other Azone girls out there that have already been released that you can still purchase, either on their website. Again, do your research, find out if they're still available, and then hire a proxy service. or check AmiAmi or HobbyLink Japan to see if maybe they still have some girls in stock, because I know they do. There are some girls that don't sell that well, and they still have them in stock, and maybe it might be a girl that you actually particularly like, and you might get lucky and it might be there. So who knows? But again, this is all a learning process for me. I will get better at this as time goes by. There were other girls and other news that was out there, but it was really hard to decipher what the hell was going on, because again, Google Translate is the only way I can find out, and some of the stuff, it didn't translate very well, and I couldn't tell even what it was. Like, there was another event that was coming up, I think July 2nd, that actually was, I think it's outfits. It said exhibition of kimonos. And then under it said like custom outfits. So I didn't know if it was a custom outfit, a pre-order outfit, or a limited edition. I couldn't tell. The Google Translate wasn't very clear. So for those of you that know a lot about Azone, give me some tips. But yeah, and then there's like other dolls that were new but not released yet, but their pre-order periods have already long ended. From like January to February, March, and April and May, that already ended their pre-orders. That's not going to come out until next year anyway. So those dolls, it will be very hard to get your hands on. Another thing about what I learned about these pre-orders. So any Azone dolls that have pre-orders that are released, if they don't sell as well as Azone thought, there might still be some available on random websites like HobbyLink Japan and AmiAmi, or at their store, which you can hire a proxy service to go get them for you. But they are the same as Dolphy Dream and Smart Doll in the sense that once they're released, they're never released again, unless they get like a version 2 or a version 3 of them or something of that nature. So there's definitely a lot to cover with Azone. It's a lot of information, more than like I thought. Learning Dolphy Dream was hard. Because there was like a lot of stuff, and the information, at least way back in the day, was a lot harder to come across. Nowadays, information is so much easier for Volks to get than it used to be. Azone is falling behind, which is interesting because Azone was actually been around for a very long time. Probably almost just as long as Volks. Volks was the first to do the vinyl dolls, but Azone has been around for a very long time. I think it's before Volks, but it wasn't the same type of dolls that they were making. But they have a very long history of doing that. They have a very long history of coming out with a lot of different things, as you can tell, from like the Pico Nemo bodies, the Pure Nemos. It can go from, I think it's like 1/16th scale all the way up to 1/3 scale. And like I said, they have many, many different lines. So this is a huge undertaking, a lot bigger than I thought it would be. And personally, not all the lines really particularly interest me. So on this channel, I'll try to cover as much as I can, but mostly I'll be covering things that I think is really cool, or what I think a lot of people would like. So if there isn't something I didn't cover, I do apologize. If I missed out on some stuff that you were looking forward to, please let me know in the comment section down below. If there's any particular things from Azone that you're on the lookout for and you would like to get more information for, so when I do my research and I come across it, I will mention it in my episodes. But that wraps up everything for Azone International. So again, like I said, this is going to be a long episode because we are covering now 3 different things, and it just so happens that during these past 2 weeks, a lot of information was released. This is the first time, though, that we're moving on to Smart Doll news, that there's not as much info this time around. There really isn't. But we will go over a couple things here. So first up from Smart Doll, right? Let's move on. I want to talk about this picture here. So Danny Chu makes a post. He makes lots of posts. And that's one of the things that I really, really love about Danny Chu and Smart Doll, is that they are so open. Obviously, there's things they keep confidential so that they can, because they're working on secret projects and things like that. But they're very, very open. They're more so open than Volks. I don't know about Azone because I'm still new to Azone. But, he posts all his prototypes coming up, like all his things. He even posts like regular daily stuff. So what I like about this is that he just posts like as much as he can, which I think is great. A lot of info for us, especially if you're fans of Smart Doll. So this is a post that he made for Father's Day. So for those of you that are fathers, happy Father's Day or belated Father's Day. And I just thought this was a really funny picture that he posted with him and his dad. I don't know what event this is from. I'm assuming it's from a convention in Asia, because that was definitely not Anime NYC. It wasn't Designer Con, and I don't think that it's Anime Expo either, but I could be wrong about that. It's possible it could be Anime Expo. But I think this might have been like Anime Asia or Anime Festival Asia. I think they call it AFA, Anime Festival Asia. It was like a Malaysian or Singaporean con that he used to go to a lot. It may have been from there, but who knows? I just thought it was a real fun picture, and I wanted to share it. So next up, Courage. Courage has finally been released, which is Valiant and T, basically, but her name is Courage, and I'm so excited for her. I really, really want her. I don't have the funds to buy her now. The great thing about her is that Danny said that the Vitiligo dolls, which is Valiant, Liberty, and Courage, will be available all the time. They will be flagship Smart Dolls, just like Mirai. So she is currently sold out now, but she will come back. Okay, she will come back because Danny did say that they will be available all the time. Now, she may change in the future because the original Courage did not look like this. So she may change in the future, but this is the most updated version that we have now. So if you want this version, she will come back. And usually when Danny Chu discontinues a certain version for a newer, updated version, he usually will let you know, oh, this is discontinuing soon. If you like this version, get it while it's here. Kind of thing like that. But she has been released recently, and this is the new version, and she is currently sold out. But one thing I do want to mention is that this is not the original version that he teased earlier in the year. And when I do buy my Courage, I think I'm going to change it to the other version, which is this one. This was the original version that he released. Now, as you can tell, the eyes are different. The new version, she has the gray eyes. The older version, I had to go look in the archives to find this, but it had purple. She had purple eyes, which I think is super cool. I want to buy more of the purple semi-real eyes so that I can put it in my Courage tee when I finally get one. And I already have an extra of the purple wig, so I can definitely do that. But yeah, Courage is out, currently sold out, but she will come back, people. So if you're interested in Courage, she will be back, because I'm interested too. So when I have some extra funds, because right now, I have like no money right now. It's just so much that I have spent on pre-orders already, and dolls that are coming out or dolls I'm waiting for to come out that I'm saving money for, that I just don't have the funds for Courage at this point in time. But I want to get her sometime in the future. She's super awesome. Anyways, let's move on. Next up, Danny released a new Mori Girl outfit, which is a pastel colored outfit. I think this outfit is really, really cute, but I do like the original Mori Girl outfit, as the colors just really are my type of thing. I like more darker colors. The pastel is cute, but it's not for me. It's not for any of my dolls, really. I don't know, maybe one of my dolls could wear it. I think who could wear it? Prowess might be able to wear it, but I don't know. I may or may not pick this up. I don't think I will, but it's definitely cute. I have the original Mori Girl outfit, which I absolutely love. Let me see. But this is out, and it's currently on the website. You can purchase it. I think right now it's still there. So next up, we got... so we're talking about this one. So Danny Chu has posted earlier about the whole thing about he's working on the amputee arm. And this is a new thing that he's working on. Again, this is a prototype production, so it's not going to be ready yet, and there is no ETA. But it is this little mechanical or prosthetic looking arm, which I think is super cool looking. Now, I didn't not know this, but I mean, well, I kind of sort of did and I kind of sort of didn't. If you watch the old movie, The Fugitive, I do realize that prosthetics, are a thing. But something that looks like this kind of prosthetics, I didn't know that kind of existed. unless this is just something that Danny Chu cooked up that he thought was like cool looking, but I definitely like it. I think it's awesome. If even if you're not an amputee, he probably will release it for regular purchase for everyone. So if you wanted to do something like a, like a cyberpunk kind of look, this might work for you, or a sci-fi kind of look. This would be cool for you to have. But it's mainly for people that are amputees. Like, I mean, when I say mainly, is that he created it for that purpose, for individuals who are amputees to self-identify with their smart dolls, for something to represent them. But it will be available for purchase for everybody. I just don't know when this will be available. But I think it's really, really cool. And he did post another picture of it that you can actually take off the arm and just leave the little attachment part that's on there. Now, the thing that's interesting is that from this picture, it doesn't look like it's attached to the regular arm joint. But I could be wrong. It kind of looks like it's the amputee arm, and then you're able to plug this in somehow. But again, I'm not entirely sure. It could be just the regular bicep arm, and then you just plug in this joint in there and then attach the arm. Who knows? We'll find out more details as time goes on. I'm sure Danny Chu will let us know. I just thought it was really cool. Now, the process, he wrote it here. Now, I wrote it down because there's no way I was going to remember it. But it's called osseointegration, which osseointegration is surgery that fuses a metal implant into the bone of the residual limb that then allows a prosthetic to be attached. So that is the process for those of you that didn't know, like myself. I didn't know the technical term for it. I knew it had existed, obviously, for prosthetics, but I just didn't know what the actual medical term was for it. Now, some other info. Now, before I go on, I need some tea because now I'm really starting to feel like I'm going to cough all over the place. Oh, that feels a little bit better. Oh, man. Okay. All right, let's move on. So the next picture here. So this is another picture that I thought was really cool. Now, Danny Chu has posted a long time ago, like probably back around Christmas time, I think, of flight suits. And these are like the flight suits, but these are like, the original one he showed was like all orange flight suit, kind of like the Star Wars flight suits for the Rebel Alliance. But these are camo issued looking ones. So you could see like the camo orange and the regular woodland camo for the flight suits. Now again, I don't know which versions are going to be coming out, whether it's this or both or another color. These are just prototypes, but I thought it was really cool just to show you guys, like if you haven't seen it already. These are really cool looking. I might want to purchase one of these, depending on what color. Next up, I thought okay, so here's really cool. So I believe, from what I could tell, Danny Chu is working on a new internal frame. Now, we did see it during the April Fools. He did this Evolve frame, I think he called it, or something like that. But that was different looking than this. So the original Smart Doll inner frame was basically like its own skeleton that could stand on its own. Like Danny Chu's posted many pictures of it standing on its own without the shell on top of it. But from the way that it looks like this one's attachments are different. Now, from building the Cortex, I could tell that this middle piece is different than the original pieces. It looks like the way that he's doing it is that this whole piece that you could see here is contouring around the shape. Now, the way the old version was, it was basically like kind of like a cup on the inside. And then like the joint piece on the outside, like where you actually attach the stand, was a separate piece. And what you did was you had the inner frame on the inside of the bust, of the torso. And then you had the outside piece that connects the joint, and you kind of like push them in. And that's how it keeps it like locked into the body. Now, from what it looks like here, it could be the same way, but this now has a new contour. And from the next picture they have, you could see here, the way it contours around the body, and from the previous picture you could see here that there's nothing attached here at this point, probably because he's working on a new spine. At least that's what I could tell. This attachment is the same. It's always kind of been like this for the hip joints, but then you could see here, he's looks like a new spine joint, because the way it used to be is right here. It used to look somewhat like this, but then from here on out, like right at this point, there's ball joints and ball joints and ball joints and ball joints. So it looks like here he has an extra circular cylinder joint right here, and then attached to a ball joint which has like an extender, so that this way, and I think I know why he did this, so that this way when you have right here, you can see the tip here, this is where it bends on either side of the torso, and then the ball joints start from here so that the bust joint can move in all different kinds of ways. I think the reason why he's doing this is because when the ball joint started all the way here on the inner side of the frame, what happened was that some people, even myself, like from moving your dolls so much and posing them in so many different directions, the ball joints actually start like, how do I explain it? It starts going in an S curve, like it starts getting shorter. So the ball joints end up going inside the torso, depending on how many times you move the thing around, and it just kind of like crinkles and crinkles to like this weird squiggly S shape that goes into the butt, into the torso. And what you would have to do to fix your doll is you would have to pull it out in a way to straighten out the spine again. But doing so, if you pull too hard, you could break the spine. So what I think he's doing here is he's creating a new thing where the spine is straight on the inside of the torso, because you can't bend the torso anyways. So it's straight all the way up until the opening to where it has a ball joint, and then it starts all the ball joints up for the rest of the spine. I think this is a really cool design. It's definitely much better than the older frame from what I could tell. When he's going to release the new inner frame, or Smart Doll version 2.0, I guess I want to call it, for the inner frame, we don't know. But I think this is really cool, just seeing the inner workings of how the frame is going to be. It's really, really cool. This also means that there may be adjustments or tweaks to the actual torso piece to accommodate this new spine piece. But who knows? It may be just adjustments on the inner side itself. Nothing that you'll see on the outer side. Like there might be extra like internal structures to keep the spine in place, but who knows? Only time will tell, as Danny Chu will release more pictures as they come. So next up, this one I'm excited about. Danny Chu posted here 2 separate wigs. Now you can see there's a lavender short wig, which I don't know if he's going to be releasing wigs again sold separately, or if this is going to come out in a chaos package, or if these wigs are for a new doll that's going to be released shortly or sometime in the future. But definitely the lavender wigs have always been a favorite of mine. The long lavender, I love it. That's why I bought 2 of them. So the short version of the lavender wig, I'm really looking forward to this. Now, obviously the one that all of you are like, why didn't you talk about this first? You could see here the green wig, the short green wig. This, from what I can tell, is CC's wig from Code Geass. Oh my god, has it been a very long time. CC was the first Smart Doll anime collaboration from Code Geass that was teased. Well, I shouldn't say that actually. No, I think Lelouch was the first one teased. But she was teased roughly around the same time, like a month or 2 afterwards. But Lelouch has come and gone for a long time, and we've been waiting very, very long for CC. So I'm super excited just to see progress. We've seen pictures of CC or C2 from behind. Last we saw, he was working on the outfit and saying that the outfit looked a little bulky, and he wants to kind of change it a little bit to make it more slim and form-fitting. But the fact that the wigs are getting ready and they're being packaged means that C2 must be coming out sometime soon. She's definitely coming out this year, from what Danny told me, that she should be out this year, but we don't know when. I'm hoping it's sometime soon, because we have already seen, sneak peek pictures of her from afar. Personally, when I was in Japan back in 2019, I did see an early prototype of her that I'm not allowed to really, describe how she looked like, but I was able to see a prototype of her very early on in the year, like back in 2019. I'm pretty sure her look has changed quite a few times since then, so I actually don't even know what she's going to look like nowadays. But from what I saw, she was heading in the right direction, and seeing that the wigs are now being prepped, ooh, she must be coming soon. Oh, this is the one I've been waiting for so long. I'm super hyped to get her. I hope that I'll be able to get my hands on her. Good luck to everybody that wants to get C2, because I have no idea how fast she'll sell out. Because Relentless and Interstellar Blue was 30 seconds was the fastest time, I think Danny said. I don't even know how fast C2 is going to come out. I have no idea how fast she'll be sold out. It's a little depressing, because I know that a lot of you may be interested in her, and there are going to be quite a few of you that may not be able to get your hands on her, myself included. So like, you know, it's just one of those things in the doll hobby for all doll companies, whether it's Azone, Dolphy Dream, or Smart Doll, where these just limited runs of anime collaborations are just really difficult to get your hands on. So good luck to everybody trying to get a C2 when she's actually released. There has been about 3 years of hype for this girl. So I can only imagine how many individuals are really gunning for her when she will be released. So, but I'm showing you this picture because I'm just super hyped for her that she's going to be coming out shortly, or at least I'm hoping so, because we're seeing progress being made for her. Let me get some more, because now my throat is just really, it's just really starting to aggravate me. I haven't talked this long because my wife is loving it, because for the whole time I've been sick, in order for me not to convulsively cough everywhere and just be all around disgusting, I just didn't talk, because I noticed the more I talk, the more it aggravates it. This is probably the longest I've talked in like 2 weeks. Okay, next one. This one is also a super, super big news. This is the OG, the original Chitose in Interstellar Blue. What are you doing to us, Danny? I personally, I just don't have the money to keep buying all these different dolls. I want them. I really want them. And I know Danny has always said it before in the past. He usually has always said, like, you know, I make all these beautiful dolls because it, you know, my creative juice is flowing. I want to, you know, progress and evolve and make more and learn things on the way. And I'm a full supporter of that. I think that's a great idea. I think it's wonderful. But in doing so, he creates so many beautiful dolls. And he usually says too, he's like, you should really just focus, you know, buy 1 or 2 and just buy more clothes for them and enjoy them. And I do relate to that, because for someone like myself that owns 26 dolls currently, it's hard to bond with all of them, even though every single one of them I was super hyped for to get and super excited to get. But when you have that many dolls, it's really hard to like bond with certain dolls, because there are some that I love them all, but there's some I like more than others. Like Chitose is my most favorite Smart Doll. Even out of all my newer dolls, Chitose is still the one that I take everywhere. And I do all my stuff with, and all my posts, like my personal update posts. When I go to do something new or for the first time, Chitose is always there with me. She's my little buddy. But all the other Smart Dolls, you know, I love them too, but they just don't get enough play. And then when it comes to my Dolphy Dreams, you know, I finally got my Grail doll for Asuna, and she's just so precious to me that I'm scared to really take her out and bring her anywhere. I'm just super afraid to just bring her places, to be honest. So she pretty much just stays in the cabinet, because I just love her that much, and I just don't want anything to happen to her, and she's super hard to find, so I just kind of like leave her there. But she is definitely one of my favorites, and she's definitely my Grail. But other than that, like, the ones I take around the most nowadays is Skahath Skadi and Makoto. I've really fallen in love with them lately. And my old flame, which is still my flame, so to speak, is Cheryl Gnome. She's my favorite Dolphy Dream of all time, other than Asuna. And I used to take her out the most out of all my Dolphy Dreams, up until, you know, I got Makoto and Skahath, which I kind of take around a lot nowadays. But yeah, when you own so many dolls, like I have so many other Dolphy Dreams, and I just don't really play with them as much or take them out as much. Especially Jean. I don't take her out a lot because it's just hard with all that armor and everything. And I don't want to take her out of the armor because she looks super awesome in that armor. But yeah, it's just really hard for me to bond with her now because she's just difficult to take out and bring places because of my personal preference of keeping all the armor on. You know, and it's hard to bond with dolls like that. You know, it's just hard to take them out, especially my mini Dolphy Dreams. I love them to death, but I don't like them as much as Makoto and Skahath nowadays. So like I said, Smart Doll, Dolphy Dream, Azone, like whatever doll that you collect, whatever they may be, it becomes super difficult to really bond with all of them when you own so many of them. But seeing this Chitose, the OG Chitose in Interstellar Blue, now I want one, and I just don't have the funds for her right now. And it really breaks my heart because I really regret not buying every version of Chitose when she was originally released. Like the tea version, the cinnamon version, the cocoa version, and the original cocoa version, which was like the purplish skin. I really wished I owned all of those versions, and I never bought them. And I'm scared that if I don't try to get Chitose in Interstellar Blue, I'll regret it later for not having my original Chitose in Interstellar Blue. So I really want to get her. It's just I don't have the money right now. Like, I make good money, but not good enough to constantly buy, like, you know, $8 or $12 like a year. Like, that's just insane. I know that there are individuals out there that have way more dolls than I do, and you know, I don't know what their financial situation is like, but mine is getting very tight nowadays, especially with like 2 kids and a mortgage, and we had to buy a new car because another car broke down and it wasn't repairable, etc., etc. So like, there's just like a lot of expenses. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm rambling. But yeah, OG Chitose. All he did was post this picture. We got no information whatsoever. She could be just a prototype and maybe never released. Maybe Danny just made her for himself. Because we did have the final boss. We had the final boss, which was Relentless in Interstellar Blue. She was supposed to be the last of the blues. So what does this mean? What does this OG Chitose picture mean? Oh my god, my mind is going crazy right now. It's going crazy right now. I'm not a huge fan of the wig choice. I don't really like the wig that she has on here. But if she does get released, I might have to think about selling some of my dolls just so I can make room for her and funds to buy her, because I just don't have money right now unless I sell something. But yeah, oh my gosh, she's super adorable. I want an OG Chitose in blue. So she might be, because Chitose has a huge cult following, so she might be faster than 30 seconds. Who knows? Because there's just a huge cult following for OG Chitose. And I really don't know how that ended up being, other than the fact that my own bias that I think she's the cutest smart doll ever made, but that's my own bias. But yeah, she might go really fast if she's even released. I'm assuming she's going to be released. I'm assuming, but it's just weird because he said final boss. Does this mean like secret boss? Maybe there's a secret boss. Like when you play video games, right? Like there's the first level boss, the second level boss, and then there's like the final level boss. But then there's like new game plus, so to speak, or there's optional bosses that you could beat that aren't really particular to the storyline, but they're there as optional bosses. Maybe she's like an optional boss or secret boss or hidden boss. Who knows what he's going to call her if she's actually released, because we already had final boss, right? So I don't know. I'm speculating here. I just don't know what to say after seeing this picture. I lost my mind. Yeah, let's move on. So lastly, or well, second to lastly, Danny Chu and his team went out to Okinawa for their regular, I guess you could say, the summer team vacation. Now, I don't know if this is the whole team. I do not know all the members of the team. I kind of sort of met some of them, but I really don't know all the members. But I just want to put this here, just to give thanks to Danny Chu and his entire Smart Doll team that he has there, because without the team backing up Danny, we wouldn't have what we have right now, the product of Smart Doll the way it is now. Which leads me to my last thing I'm going to talk about, which I think is super interesting, which goes into this topic. But before I do that, like I said, thank you to Danny Chu and his team. This is a well-deserved vacation. All the vacations they take. I wish I worked for Danny Chu to be able to go on these vacations with him, because I personally don't know any company that does this. Like, there are company vacations. Like, I used to work for a company that had like Christmas party. My current company doesn't do that, but I used to work for an older company that every Christmas they would have this huge party, and you didn't have to pay for it. You just go as an employee. So I don't know what Danny Chu does. I don't know if his team has to pay their way through this vacation to come with him, or if Danny Chu fronts the bill for everything. If he fronts the bill for everything, that is super, super generous. Super generous. And that goes more into the point of how Smart Doll as a company is not even a company, it's a family. It's almost like a family business in a way. Everybody seems to be so close in that business, in that family. Like I said, they go with him everywhere. And when he travels internationally, at least I know his wife and Alphon come with him. And I'm sure other staff members go with him to other events, but for Anime NYC, it was always Alphon. But I think it's just really amazing what he and his team has done with the company from the very beginning. Now, of course, the team has grown. The family has grown since, the very wee days of the beginning. But still, like, I just think that this is really, really awesome to see Danny Chu's family, so to speak. Like, this team is his family, so to speak. And I feel like they are a family. Like, they're together, like, every day of the week? I'm sure they have days off. Like, maybe some workers work Monday through Friday. Some workers maybe work Wednesday through Sunday. Who knows? But Smart Doll is open every day of the week. Like, 7 days a week. Whether it's right now it's the pandemic, so they're open 7 days a week. But, like, who knows actually goes into the office? Maybe they're working remotely, Maybe some people only go into the office to pack for shipping, and others work from home, working the website and the sales from the website. Who knows? I don't know. But, like, it's just amazing what he's doing with this company. I mean, say what you will about Danny Chu. I know there are people that love him, people who are indifferent, and there are people that don't like him. But one thing that you definitely can't deny is that it seems like if you work for Danny Chu, you're joining not only a company, but you're joining a family. And I think that's really awesome. And they're not the only ones that do it. There are many family-run businesses throughout the world. I mean, there's small businesses everywhere that probably function like this. I don't know if they take their employees out for vacations like this. Like, they go on a winter vacation, a spring vacation, a fall vacation, and a summer vacation. I think that's super generous of Danny Chu and super awesome. But again, just seeing where he's come from the beginning till today and everything that he and his team has accomplished is a well-deserved vacation. My hat's off, clapping to all of you, Danny Chu and his team. That being said, Danny Chu posted a tweet, an Instagram post, and on his website about a video that he released. And the video was of the very beginnings of the company. And I'm going to show it to you guys. But I'm going to show you a different version, because the one that he posted recently, for those that weren't able to, he actually showed this video back in 2018. He actually did. But he only showed it to individuals that attended Anime NYC. It was part of his presentation at Anime NYC. So for those of you that were lucky enough to go to Anime NYC in 2018, you already saw this video, but you only saw it then. I think it's super awesome that now it's 100% public on all his social media, that you can watch it whenever you want. I personally thought it was a very touching video. It made me cry. when I was there at Anime NYC and I saw it, I actually cried. And there were actually many other individuals that were there that cried. because it's just a very touching story. And I'm going to play you the version from Anime NYC 2018. It's not a different version. It's the same exact one. There's nothing added or taken away from it. But it is the version from 2018. The quality is not as good because I took it on my camera. I recorded it on my camera, which was shown on a projector. So the quality is not as good. So if you want to see the really good quality version, go to Jenny Chu's Instagram, Twitter, or his website to see the original OG, like regular high-res quality version. But I'm going to show you. I posted on my channel a long time ago in 2018. It's part of one of my episodes called Doll Life, and it's Doll Life episode 10. Now, it is a 45-minute long video. It's the entire presentation that Danny Chu gave at Anime NYC 2018. The entire presentation is on episode 10 of Doll Life on my YouTube channel. But I'm only going to show you the part that includes this video. Why am I doing this and not showing you the high quality version? I don't know, because I think it's just cool watching the original 2018 version, even though the quality is not that good. And I want to, shamelessly plug, a video that's already been existed in my channel that you guys can watch if you want to see the entire presentation from Danny Chu. So I think it's a very good video, and what he says in his presentation is pretty awesome. For those of you that are not too familiar with Danny Chu and his personality, he's what you would call like a philanthropist, right? He's kind of like a I shouldn't say kind of. He is a philanthropist. And I think this is a very interesting video. So I'm just going to cut to the chase. We're going to show you the video now. So I think when I show the video, my camera's going to be gone. So this way you guys can get as clear a picture of it as you can. So here we go. So yeah, I think you guys can still hear me talking, but you won't see my picture. So this is a Doll Life episode 10. And this is like at the 34-minute mark. So if you guys want to watch it on Doll Life, it's right here at the 34-minute mark. And we're going to play it here. So I'm going to turn off my mic so I don't make any weird noises while it goes on. And we're going to watch the video.
I got 15 minutes before checking out time. So there's more. Okay. So did I show you this video last year? Who was here last year? Did I show you any videos? No. Okay. So this is a very personal video, and showed it this year because I think it's time that you saw this video. Okay, so I'm going to play the video. Let's check the volume. Okay. Okay, it's 6 lens. It is the date is there. It's the 13th of June 2014, and today is when we are going to start shipping our Mirai-chan doll over here. You can see all lined up. So I just managed to make 20 yesterday, gonna make another 10 today, and yeah, we're shipping. Finally, it's been a tough journey, and the journey seems to be getting tougher. Lots of hurdles, and yeah, it's kind of tough. I'm working out of this place that used to be our house. The floor is just a little damaged. It's becoming quite bad. Let me show you upstairs so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, so this is where we are packing, assembling the boxes up here. It's getting very hot because it's just started to be summer. Right now, just like full of stuff. I mean, we used to sleep actually. Anyway. And over here, this used to be my first ever office, and now it's full of shit. Some empty boxes over here, ready to be filled up. Mirai-chan over here. some development bits and pieces. Oh, this is just Mirai-chan robot here. She's relaxing, and some figures which I brought up. Let's go downstairs. 20 to 8. Stuff should be coming along soon. And let's turn it over to here. Get down here. And this is where we make assemble the dolls. It's got some stuff done there. It's over here, and as you can see, it's moving like hardly move over here. Yeah, it's been tough ride. But we can get through this. Because working with restrictions is good. It's the best way to grow, and which is what I keep telling myself. So I know this is definitely worth it. Anyway. And then over here is, this is where we used to be where we took a shower, and now it's full of parts. It used to be worse because it was all stuck to the ceiling, but we managed to clear out some of the parts. That's right over here. Let's go back upstairs. The doors until we run. Anyway, I don't think out of some years running this company, this has been the most difficult, really the most difficult part. I mean, we've done web pages, we've done TV shows, but making actual products is there's so much involved. But anyway, we can get through this. We're going to get through this because we can. And I'll be watching this sometime in the future in our big new office, where we don't have to step over or have stock barricade us in so that we can't move. And also be watching this video when we are able to move back home. And so this is our home, and I want to move back as soon as possible, and I think Mirai-chan is going to help me. Okay, we'll be seeing this video sometime in the future, hopefully in better circumstances. Alright. Okay, so I've got a follow-up video.
Okay, so that was the video that Danny Chu posted. Again, if you want to see the high-res quality version of it, go to his website, go to his Instagram or his Twitter. It's all there. I believe it's also on his YouTube page if you want to see a much better quality. But I just thought that I just wanted to share the version that I saw, and when I saw it, back in 2018, it was just a lot of fun then. It brought tears to my eyes. And to see that video, and what he said at the end, he's like, hopefully we'll be in better circumstances and in a bigger store. And Danny, you made it. You made it. 2014, looking back at what you came from to where you are now, especially in this picture here, with you and your team, who would have ever thought that you'd be where you are now? And congratulations to you and your team. It's just an amazing roller coaster of a ride. As just a fan, to be a part of it and to see it happen from the beginning. I've been following Danny Chu since the very beginning, even before he started Smart Doll, and just to see where he came from, like I said in many videos, from his first YouTube videos of just being a stormtrooper dancing in Tokyo, all the way till Culture Japan, the TV show, to Japan Mode, to doing collaborations with Ami Ami, and then to make his company Culture Japan and Smart Doll, and then going on 4 vacations a year with his family, and making all these beautiful dolls that we love all around the world. It's just it's amazing. And I'm not even a part of Danny Chu's team. I don't work with him every day. I'm not in Japan. I don't do this. I've only met him a few times, and he's like the nicest person ever. And it's just, as an outsider's point of view, as a fan's point of view, that had the most amazing opportunity to be able to have one-on-one time with him. From that point of view, it's just so amazing to see where he has gone, and it's just awesome. And like I said, he's a philanthropist, and he shares his things. He shares his outfit designs. I mean, how many people have created a business, whether it's their primary business or a side job, just from his patterns that he released alone, selling clothes on Etsy and everything, and showing his schematics. I feel like Azone's new QZ doll is kind of modeled after the Smart Doll frame and the Smart Doll look, but just in a mini pocket doll kind of size. Like, it's just amazing to see how much he's done for the doll community in general. And you may disagree with me on this, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but it's just personally, I just think it's pretty amazing. And to having played a part in this roller coaster ride, as very small a part it is, in Danny Chu's life, and in this doll community, is just super touching. Like, I can kind of sort of sympathize and understand where he's coming from sort of in a small perspective with my own channel. Like, I started with one unboxing video, and look where I am now. I'm not the most popular YouTube in the world. I don't have millions of subscribers, but it's just from that one unboxing video, all the different things that's happened to me from then till now. Meeting people in real life, giving presentations, doing tutorial videos, meeting Danny Chu, meeting the GM of Volks, going to Japan, seeing these stores. Like, I would have never pictured this for myself either. So in that small sense, I understand in a sort of way, like, how he must have felt it or how he may feel now. I had my own little growth, so to speak. And even though my channel may be small, I have, from what I can tell, a pretty loyal following, and I'm appreciative of all my fans, all my supporters. So, thank you, Danny Chu and your team, for everything you've done for the community, and thank you everybody that's been supporting me and my channel from the very beginning. This kind of got like a little too emotional at the end, but that video will do it for you, at least for me. I'm an emotional kind of guy, so I don't know, maybe it's just me. But that's it. That's everything for today's episode of the Doll Symposium. There is no community shout out, which is fine. Nobody submitted anything for this week. Maybe we'll get something next time. But if you do want to participate in the community shout out, just send an email to dlwshizusan@gmail.com. Submit a picture or multiple pictures of whatever doll or dolls that you would like to share with the community. Put down a little message if you want me to read a message to the community or just to me, and let me know what the original doll is, just in case you customize the doll so that everyone can know what you started with. Make sure the pictures aren't like lewd or anything like that. I will ask you to submit another one if that's the case. Also make sure that you specify in your email what information you want me to share and what you do not want me to share. I don't want to accidentally share stuff that you didn't want shared worldwide, kind of thing. So just make sure you do that. So again, if you want to participate in the community shout out, dlwshizusan@gmail.com. And like I said before, okay, now it's really getting to me. I've been talking for an hour and a half, and now it's really catching up with me. Hold on. We're towards the end anyway, so I'm gonna take a cough drop to help. So that's everything. for this week's episode of the Doll Symposium, I am sorry for all the coughing. I do apologize. So let me bring Makoto back out here for everybody to see. So this is everything for the Doll Symposium, episode 27. I am your host, Shizusan, and this is the very lovely Makoto. Thank you all for watching. I know this was a really long video, but I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. And we will see you in the next episode of the Doll Symposium or at Beyond the Doll next Friday. So take care, everybody. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys in the next video.
This is our time, this is our life. Sometimes all you need is a smile to get by.